Hello everyone, welcome back to Twig Your Man channel. Today, we're diving into an enlightening journey through Stoic philosophy and how it can profoundly impact our relationships and self-respect. If you've ever felt overlooked, disrespected, or manipulated, this video is crafted especially for you. We'll explore how Stoicism teaches us to maintain dignity, establish healthy boundaries, and foster genuine connections. So grab a comfortable seat and let's get started on enhancing our understanding and application of these timeless Stoic principles in our daily lives. You're on the road to a better version of yourself. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss what's coming up. Imagine you've just done something you're really proud of, like achieving a personal goal. You're excited and want to share your joy with someone, hoping for a simple nod of approval or even a cheer. But instead, you're met with a lukewarm, "Is that it?" Or perhaps you're talking about your future goals and dreams, only to have them trivialized. These aren't just offhand comments. These are subtle techniques some people use to sow seeds of doubt in you. It's as if they're playing a game where making you feel small somehow makes them feel bigger. This is where the wisdom of Stoicism can really make a difference. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, and your response to these diminishing remarks is definitely within your control. When someone downplays your accomplishments or mocks your dreams, it's essential to remember a key Stoic lesson. Their words reflect their own insecurities more than your capabilities. They're likely projecting their discomfort with your success. So, what can you do? You have the power to choose how you react. You have the choice to either let hurtful comments affect you or to recognize them for what they really are, signs of someone else's personal struggles. Your self-esteem should serve as your armor, not something that others can weaken. It's meant to be your source of strength, impervious to those who might want to take advantage of you. Make it a point to surround yourself with positive influences, with people who truly encourage and support you. From the perspective of Stoicism, your life is too valuable to be overshadowed by anyone else's insecurities. Keep your peace and let your deeds do the talking. Remember, in your quest for personal development, your self-esteem is a fortress meant to protect you, not a vulnerability for others to exploit. So, when you next face belittling remarks, greet them with calm confidence and assurance. A genuine Stoic avoids trivial verbal disputes and stands confidently in their own value. Your path is one of personal development, and you deserve to have relationships that elevate you rather than pull you down. We've all met such individuals, the ones who masterfully spin tales and pledge big promises like skilled narrators. However, when it's time to act on those promises, they disappear, leaving nothing but unmet expectations. It's all too similar to a magic act, where you're led to expect the extraordinary, only to be left with disappointment when the anticipated miracle turns out to be just an illusion. Stoicism offers a vital lesson here. It emphasizes that actions speak louder than words. Actions reveal true intentions and commitment levels. When promises are made lightly but seldom fulfilled, take notice. Observe if someone consistently fails to deliver when it counts. Are they all talk, presenting grand plans like a detailed blueprint without ever laying a brick? Remember, genuine trust can't be established with words alone. Stoicism comes into play once more, advocating not for cynicism but for discernment. True trust and meaningful relationships are built on a harmony between what is said and what is done. A mismatch between someone's words and their actions should raise concerns. It might indicate that they prefer the appearance of support over the substance of it. By recognizing these signs, you empower yourself to choose wisely who you let into your life. Your emotional well-being and your time are valuable. Dedicate them to individuals who not only talk a good game but also follow through with genuine actions. In relationships, the quality of your connections matters more than the quantity. You are not merely a resource. You deserve a relationship that is both balanced and reciprocal. Avoid settling for relationships where you are the only one contributing. You deserve a supportive network as you navigate through life, enhancing your growth. Therefore, when faced with unfulfilled promises, remember, Stoic wisdom isn't about becoming cynical. It's about being discerning. Trust and relationships are built on a foundation of words and actions in harmony. Those who consistently fall short in their actions may not be the companions you need. Picture this. You're the constant giver in a relationship. You offer support, your time, and what do you get in return? Deafening silence when you need a hand. It's not just about being generous. It's a glaring sign that you're undervalued. Now here's where our friend Stoicism comes in, my dear viewers. You see, Stoicism teaches us about mutual respect and balance. These are essentials for any healthy relationship. Your worth isn't measured by your generosity or your availability. Recognize this one-sided dynamic and dare to set boundaries. It's not selfish, it's self-respect. Engage in honest conversations and see who adjusts. Those unwilling to reciprocate are merely making room for people who genuinely value you. Remember, quality trumps quantity in relationships. You're not just a resource, you're a person deserving of a balanced, reciprocal connection. So don't settle for being the solo performer in the relationship orchestra. You deserve a supportive team in this journey called life. After all, how else can you grow if you're carrying the weight of the world all on your own? Remember, Stoicism teaches us that your self-esteem is not a tool for others to undermine. It's your shield, your strength, unyielding to the whims of those who seek to use you for their gain. So if you find yourself rowing that boat all by yourself while someone else enjoys the scenery, it's time to reflect on Stoic wisdom. Don't settle for a one-person show. Seek those who understand the importance of balance in relationships. Stay discerning and choose relationships where mutual respect and reciprocity are the guiding principles. We're on a journey of self-improvement, and it's essential to surround ourselves with those who appreciate our worth. Every time you try to express yourself, it feels as if your words just disappear before they even reach the other person's ears. You share your deepest thoughts and feelings, yet you might as well Stoic values of mutual respect and empathy, which teach us to cherish and respect each other's emotions and needs. In such situations, it seems as if they are painting your emotional world with shades of neglect and apathy. Yet, remember this. Your emotional health is crucial. Your emotions are legitimate. Your needs are significant. And it's vital to notice these unhealthy patterns. When your happiness or sadness is met with apathy or empty responses, see it as a cue to escape these confines. Start by heeding your inner voice, the subtle hint that something isn't right. Believe in it. You are not merely a supporting role in someone else's narrative. You are the protagonist of your own life. When others disregard your feelings or needs, it's crucial to assert yourself. It's not about causing a stir, but about respecting your own emotions. If this disregard continues, it might be time to rethink the relationship. Stoicism underscores that self-respect is essential for teaching others how to treat you. Often, the most liberating action is to distance yourself from those who fail to appreciate your true value. So, let's advocate for our emotional and practical needs. Choose to be around people who not only listen to you but also genuinely perceive you. Relationships ought to be reciprocal, not a one-sided path that only fulfills the other person's needs. As you strive for personal growth, never forget that maintaining your mental peace is invaluable. Protect your well-being with the strength of a Stoic warrior. You are entitled to relationships where your emotions and needs are not only recognized, but deeply valued. Picture yourself in a relationship, friendship, or even a work environment where your confidence is slowly eroding. not because of any change in you, but due to someone else's deliberate attempts to manipulate your feelings. These manipulators are cunning, often disguising themselves as friends or supporters while subtly undermining your self-esteem with a calculated blend of compliments and criticisms, making you reliant on their approval. This is where the teachings of Stoicism come in handy. We recall the wise words of Marcus Aurelius, a pillar of Stoic thought, who taught us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This powerful idea serves as our shield in the quiet struggle against emotional manipulation. If interactions leave you feeling depleted rather than energized, it's crucial to recognize this as a signal to empower yourself. Boundaries are more than mere lines. They are the defenses of your mental stronghold. Stand up for what you believe in, confront discrepancies, and most importantly, connect with those who foster your growth and respect your values. Your mental peace is your most precious asset. Defend it like a stoic warrior. In situations of emotional manipulation, understand that you control your reactions. Often, the most liberating action is to establish clear boundaries or even step away from those who try to play with your emotions. Stoicism highlights the importance of maintaining self-control when facing emotional manipulation. Stand firm against such tactics. Trust your gut, confront the manipulation, and safeguard your mental peace. You are the master of your mental space, and by protecting it, you not only respect yourself, but also maintain the Stoic ideal of self-discipline. Always remember that your well-being is crucial, and you deserve to be in relationships characterized by trust, respect, and genuine understanding. At the core of every significant relationship is the foundation of true support. Imagine having someone in your corner cheering for you at every peak and supporting you through every dip. But what if that support is absent? It feels like trying to balance on a high wire without any safety below. You reach out for a word of encouragement or a helping hand, only to grasp at air. Such a gap is a major warning sign in any relationship, suggesting you might be viewed more as a stepping stone than a true partner in growth. Real support goes beyond mere agreement or constant cheerleading. It involves someone who holds your aspirations in as high regard as their own. When this kind of support is lacking, your accomplishments and challenges seem to fade into the background for them. They may nod as you speak, but their thoughts are clearly elsewhere, like shadows that disappear at the slightest hint of trouble. These kinds of relationships can be incredibly isolating, making you feel deserted in your efforts. Here's a piece of Stoic advice to hold on to. Notice these trends. When your happiness or grief is met with apathy or empty responses, consider it a cue to reassess the strength and trajectory of the relationship. To really flourish, seek out people who truly care about your welfare. Look for individuals who not only agree with you but also push and elevate you, celebrating your successes and commiserating with you in tough times. In a world rife with superficial connections, fostering relationships based on mutual respect and sincere interest is not merely nice to have, it's crucial. These are the connections that endure over time and add momentum to your life, enriching it with shared goals and mutual understanding. So keep in mind, your goal isn't merely to find companions, but to find true allies for your life's journey. Genuine support acts as the catalyst that drives our progress and personal development. Stoic philosophy teaches us to concentrate on what we can control and to let go of what we cannot. Often we get caught up in endless competition, worrying about things out of our reach, like comparing our achievements to those of others. Constantly trying to outdo someone is tiring. You find yourself always keeping score, tracking debts, who's winning and who's losing. This approach can drain the joy from any relationship, whether with friends, family, or co-workers. Stoics advise that real relationships flourish through mutual growth and shared accomplishments. It's not about one-upmanship. It's about boosting each other's spirits and celebrating successes together as if they were our own. Imagine a scenario where your achievements aren't causes for envy or competition, but reasons for celebration and motivation for everyone involved. This is the type of relationship we should strive for. Embrace Stoic guidance. Move from competition to cooperation. Life isn't a battle where one person's gain is another's loss. Your success does not steal from someone else's chances. Instead of competing, aim to collaborate and reach common objectives. This collaboration is where the real power of relationships lies, in a unified purpose and a collective journey towards meaningful goals. By dropping the constant competition, you make room for true connections. You become partners in life's path, elevating and supporting one another. And this approach leads to a far richer way to navigate our complex web of relationships. Remember, not every interaction has to be a contest. Prioritize relationships founded on mutual respect and support. Have you ever experienced a time when things were going great and you were surrounded by friends and well-wishers, but when the tough times hit, some of those friends seemed to disappear like shadows in the night? In Stoicism, there's this emphasis on understanding what's within our control and what's not. Well, the behavior of fair-weather friends falls squarely in the category of what we can't control. We can't make them be there for us in those crucial moments. But what we can control is how we perceive and react to it. Stoicism teaches us to focus on our own virtue, our own character, and our own actions. It reminds us that we can't control other people, their choices, or their loyalty. So when you find yourself facing the absence of someone you thought was a friend in a critical moment, remember the Stoic anchoring. Your support system should be there when you need it the most, but it doesn't always turn out that way. And that's okay. It's during these challenging times that we truly see the quality of the connections we've built. Stoicism encourages us to focus on our own resilience, our own strength, and our own ability to navigate life's storms. Rather than feeling bitter or resentful about fair-weather friends, Stoicism teaches us to turn inward to cultivate our own inner fortitude. Because in the end, it's our own character that matters most. And you know what's truly beautiful about this? When you embrace Stoic principles, you'll find that you become a source of strength, not just for yourself, but for others too. You'll become the kind of friend who's there in the bright days and the darkest hours. So keep in mind that while you may encounter friends who are only there during the good times and disappear during the hard ones, the strength you cultivate within yourself, your inner Stoic resilience, remains constant. Focus on nurturing your own character and resilience, and strive to be the kind of friend you'd value during your own tough times. Stoicism helps us distinguish between what we can and cannot control. The actions and reactions of others, especially in how they reciprocate within a relationship, typically fall outside our control. The Stoic approach emphasizes that healthy relationships are built on a reciprocal balance of giving and receiving. It's crucial to recognize that you cannot change someone else's behavior or make them reciprocate your efforts. Stoicism directs us to concentrate on our own virtues and personal development. It inspires us to be the best versions of ourselves, irrespective of how others act around us. If you find yourself consistently giving more than you receive in a relationship, it's important to remember that you have control over your own actions. Setting healthy boundaries and clearly communicating your needs isn't about keeping score. It's about respecting yourself and ensuring your relationships are mutually beneficial. Stoicism teaches us to aim for personal excellence and find inner satisfaction, regardless of external situations. Instead of harboring resentment or frustration, Stoicism advises us to look inward and seek personal contentment by being the best we can be. Embracing Stoic principles can transform you into a pillar of strength and virtue, someone capable of establishing effective boundaries and communicating needs clearly. Remember, a lack of reciprocity might be challenging, but it also presents an opportunity to grow and learn more about ourselves. Focus on refining your character, upholding your values, and progressing on your personal journey. Stoicism underscores the importance of focusing on what's within our control and accepting what's not, such as others' actions, even in cases of betrayal. This philosophy arms us with the clarity to address problems and decide our future course of action, reinforcing the idea that we control our responses to the challenges we face. It reminds us that while we can't control someone else's actions, we have full control over how we respond. Stoicism encourages us to find strength in adversity and maintain our inner tranquility even when trust is shattered. It's about understanding that betrayal is a reflection of the other person's choices, not a measure of our own worth. Instead of getting consumed by anger or resentment, Stoicism guides us to take a step back, to assess the situation with a clear mind, and to decide how we want to proceed. It's not about seeking revenge or holding on to grudges. Stoicism teaches us to choose the path that aligns with our values and principles. It's about finding the most virtuous course of action, even in the face of betrayal. And here's the powerful part. When you embody Stoic principles in moments of betrayal, you become a beacon of resilience and wisdom. You become the kind of person who can navigate the storm with grace and integrity. So let's remember that betrayal, while painful, can be an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. It's a chance to reaffirm your values, your principles, and your commitment to living a virtuous life. It's almost like they're saying, "You're important, but only when I decide you are," and that can mess with your self-esteem, your sense of worth, and your peace of mind. Now, let's bring in a bit of Stoicism here. Stoicism teaches us about the importance of self-worth and self-respect. It reminds us that our value isn't tethered to someone else's whims or actions. In the Stoic philosophy, we find this anchoring, this sense of stability within ourselves. We learn that it's okay to have boundaries, to stand up for our own worth, and to not be at the beck and call of someone else's selective availability. When we internalize Stoic principles, we start valuing ourselves more, not in an arrogant way, but in a way that acknowledges our own dignity and self-respect. Next time you find yourself being put on hold by someone, keep this Stoic lesson in mind. You are not just a piece in someone else's game. You are an individual with your own thoughts, emotions, and value. Embracing Stoic principles helps you become more immune to others' manipulations. You grow stronger, more grounded, and more in control of your life. So take a moment, value your worth, and refuse to let anyone manipulate your emotions or decisions. In life's vast narrative, you are the main character. Occasional neglect from others can't dim your shine if you stay true to Stoic teachings, which help you remain vibrant and genuine no matter the external pressures. Here's a key Stoic insight for you. Learning to say no and establishing boundaries isn't selfish but a crucial part of self-care and essential for maintaining your well-being. Stoicism teaches us to distinguish what is within our control and what isn't. Your decisions and the limits you set are yours to control, but how others respond to them is not. So if someone tries to make you feel guilty for prioritizing your needs, remember that Stoic wisdom advises you to stay true to your values and not be influenced by outside opinions. It's not about being cold or harsh. It's about respecting your own needs and limits. Continually succumbing to guilt means relinquishing your personal power. Stoicism encourages us to practice self-kindness and compassion. Therefore, saying no when necessary is not only acceptable, it's a declaration of self-respect. It affirms that your well-being is important. Manipulators feed on the guilt they instigate in you, but with a stoic mindset, you aren't an easy mark. You become a fortress of inner strength, impervious to such tactics. Next time someone makes you feel guilty for asserting your boundaries or taking care of your needs, pause for a moment, breathe deeply, and hold fast to stoic principles. Remember, your well-being is invaluable. Stoicism offers a profound lesson on the importance of virtue and wisdom, not only in how we act but also in the company we keep. It can be quite disheartening to be in a relationship where your thoughts and feelings are overlooked or undervalued. Stoicism, however, highlights the importance of being around people who genuinely value what's inside us. Mutual respect and genuine interest in one another are the cornerstones of any meaningful relationship. It's not merely about exchanging words, it's about actively listening, understanding, and appreciating what each person contributes. Stoicism advises us to choose our associations carefully, promoting relationships that involve a real sharing of ideas and feelings and a mutual concern for each other's welfare. If you find yourself in a lopsided relationship where you feel unheard, remember you are entitled to more. You deserve relationships that honor and celebrate your innermost self. Stoicism also teaches us that it's perfectly acceptable to prioritize relationships that truly add value to our lives. It's not about severing ties without thought, but about fostering relationships that genuinely enhance our lives. Reflect on your relationships through the lens of Stoic wisdom, focusing on what you can control, your decisions, your values, and the people you choose to be around. If it feels like you're constantly engaged in a one-sided effort, it might be time to look for a partner who truly values and responds to your input. In Stoic teachings, there's a deep emphasis on the value of virtue, which encompasses both wisdom and fairness. It's not solely about our own behavior, but also about how we interact with others. It can be incredibly aggravating to be in discussions where you feel ignored, as if everything is centered around the other person. However, Stoicism guides us to recalibrate conversations to foster equitable dialogue. In any healthy, substantive conversation, there should be an equitable flow of ideas, a real give and take. Your input should be as valued as that of the person you're speaking with. Conversations aren't meant to be monologues. They are supposed to be dialogues, two-way exchanges. Stoicism teaches us the importance of fairness in our interactions. We are encouraged to engage with others in a manner that not only respects their viewpoints and emotions, but also upholds our own. If you ever find yourself caught in a one-sided conversation, remember, you possess the ability to shift its direction. It's perfectly acceptable to guide the conversation towards a more balanced exchange of thoughts and feelings. Stoicism stresses the importance of keeping our integrity intact during such exchanges. It's about making sure your voice is not just heard, but also valued. As you navigate these conversations, draw on Stoic wisdom that focuses on controlling what you can, your actions, your choices, and your commitment to maintaining fairness. If it seems like your contributions are being overlooked, take the initiative to steer the conversation differently. Apply the Stoic values of fairness and wisdom, and you'll pave the way for more fulfilling and balanced interactions. Stoicism underscores the significance of honesty and true connections, which serve as the robust foundations of a rewarding life. In contrast, superficial relationships might appear meaningful but lack depth, similar to a cake that looks perfect on the outside but disappoints on the inside. Stoicism promotes the cultivation of wisdom, virtue, and deep relationships. It motivates us to pursue relationships based on true sincerity, shared growth, and real interest. Therefore, if you find yourself in relationships or friendships that feel shallow, where the connection seems more cosmetic than real, heed the advice of Stoicism. Real relationships go beyond mere surface interactions. They enrich your soul and bring true satisfaction. Stoicism teaches us to cherish what's genuinely important. It's about finding relationships where both individuals are dedicated to each other's growth and genuinely care about each other's welfare. As you navigate these relationships, keep the Stoic value of wisdom in mind. It's about making decisions that are in line with your principles and that enrich your life meaningfully. If you find yourself amidst superficial interactions, don't hesitate to reach out for more authentic relationships that reflect your values and dreams. Stoicism reminds us that life is too brief to waste on shallow relationships. It encourages us to seek out and cherish genuine connections, where hearts and minds truly connect at a deep level. As you progress through life, aim to foster those sincere relationships that embody the Stoic ideals of honesty, wisdom, and genuine interest. If you often feel overlooked or undervalued, it may be helpful to adopt a Stoic mindset. This involves standing up for your self-worth in a calm and resolute manner. Stoicism isn't about responding with anger or exasperation. Instead, it focuses on handling situations with thoughtful composure and dignity, maintaining peace even in turbulent times. If you're experiencing ongoing disrespect in your relationships, embrace the Stoic value of self-respect, which teaches us not to accept less than what we deserve. Take a moment to breathe deeply and assert your boundaries with calm assurance, as the Stoics recommend. Stoicism pushes us to concentrate on factors within our control, such as how we permit others to treat us. It offers a subtle yet impactful reminder that disrespect should not be tolerated in any form. As you deal with challenging relationships and encounter disregard, tap into your Stoic resilience. Defend your dignity with the serene confidence that Stoicism promotes, affirming your inherent right to respect. As we conclude this discussion, remember that your overall well-being and dignity are crucial in life's vast narrative. You play the leading role, and you have the agency to influence your own story, encouraged by Stoic philosophy. If you face situations where you're not given the respect you deserve, I encourage you to draw on your inner Stoic strength. With composed resolve, affirm your value. This isn't about provoking conflict, but about honoring your self-respect. You truly deserve the highest regard. Thank you for joining me today in exploring these powerful Stoic teachings. Remember, the essence of Stoicism isn't just about enduring adversity. It's about thriving through it by cultivating a life of virtue, wisdom, and emotional resilience. As we close this session, I encourage you to reflect on the lessons discussed and consider how you can apply them to strengthen your relationships and respect for yourself. If you found value in what we covered today, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future insights. Share this video with anyone who you think could benefit from adopting a more Stoic approach to life's challenges. Until next time, stay strong, stay wise, and continue to live a life of virtue.